I started 2 minutes early because I kept feeling like I was gonna fall asleep, so I don't know how long I can talk, but I'll try. It's nothing. It's nothing special. It's the first result for ambient waves. So. But I just wanted to look at waves today, and I'm kind of a ghost squid, I guess. Yeah, that's appropriate. It was that, I'm transparent. Yeah, transparent plus multiply effect. This wasn't what I was going for, but I couldn't figure out how to lessen the multiply, so I just decided it'd be kind of see-through. If the waves are kind of hard to... If they're distracting, then I can change to music, but I thought it would be okay. I don't know if it's too loud or distracting, so it'll tell me. I am... Okay. What time is it? It's 3:30 something, 3:31 or 2. So I have... When was the last time I talked on here? Sunday? I think Sunday. So on Monday I didn't leave the... Oh, I see. That's good. You're prepared. You were prepared. Actually, before this, I finished the show I've been watching for a while, and the ending was surprisingly, unhappy. I was kind of expecting it to wrap up neatly because it's really rare for K-dramas to have, bad endings, but actually it was really sad. My lungs and heart felt heavy. But just talking to people on Discord made it better. But I was trying to untangle it in my brain for a while, and I couldn't. I couldn't. Oh, it's called Kill It. Yeah, Kill It. It's been a long time since a show made me sad like that. I didn't cry though. I didn't cry. And but maybe because I mostly watch happy, lighthearted stuff. Maybe I should have expected it. I hooked on. Because in the couple episodes before that, there's no scene where a kid is gonna be sacrificed, and you expect the the Batman-like figure to come in and save him, but no, he just dies. So maybe I should have expected this. It's something, I guess. But the lead actress, she oh wait, I don't... If you're gonna watch it, I shouldn't spoil it too much then. I don't know if you would like it. I'm not sure, but one of the characters really cried their heart out. No? I'm not talking about a movie. I'm talking about the K-drama Killer. It's like a revenge thriller. But in the end, I guess I must say, but she really cried her heart, and it sounded like her heart was being pulled apart. You know when a person cries so hard that they sound like an injured animal? That's what she sounded like. She's a really good actress. It made me so sad. But anyway, I was thinking if, like, how does anyone go on living when the only person they really love dies? How does that work? I guess you just forget. You just forget what it's like to be around them. maybe it's not that you get better, just that your memory fades, you know? No. But it's a pretty scary thought, I think. Maybe that's why you shouldn't ever base your life around someone that is too fragile. Mm. I guess you probably shouldn't live for someone else. Better say that it's one shot, two kills. Maybe a metaphorical death, but still. But I think if you live with someone for a long enough time, if you love them long enough, then there's nothing you can do. I don't think you can avoid it ruining your life. Yeah, but I just mean that having other goals is good. I guess you just go and try to live unselfishly and honorably in memory of them, I guess. But it's the thought of having to live in a world without that person is really unsettling. The place where they don't move or live anymore. I could imagine it, but the end of the show made me think about that. Really? But your life shouldn't be over. It's just hard to imagine how you keep going. But you'll forget. Humans will forget a little bit. Enough so that they can at least make it by. They can... Cause I would be very sad if knowing, if I died, I would be very sad knowing that the person I cared about was really, really sad. I want them to get better. Yeah, but it goes over time. Even if you do have super memory, and also you just get used to being alone again. Right? Yeah. Someone... Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. But... anyways, it hurt my heart a little. I feel better a bit, though, after just shutting in the Discord and you. Talking out loud about it makes it a lot simpler. But sometimes you don't want to do that because you want to try to wrestle the idea just in the confines of your brain without simplifying it, but I couldn't untangle it. I sat there for like 3 hours in the dark and I couldn't. It was hopeless. So you with them again. That's only if you believe in afterlife, though. If you don't, just the idea that the gun is forever. I don't know. I don't like getting close to other people. Maybe for this reason too. I can't stand goodbye. I hate it. But there's no one I'm close enough to that if they died I would be destroyed, I think. So, and look, I'm looking forward to the time when there is. But I guess you just have to focus on work wholly and maybe helping others, and maybe that would be enough. Do you feel better? Yeah, I do. It's the benefit of a job that's not super reliant on you thinking hard all the time. You get to be in your thoughts for things like this. Maybe that's not such a good thing. Maybe some escapes of work would be nice. I know, it would be very unfair, huh? Nothing really makes sense, so I always think anything is possible. And what else was I gonna say? There's something. Oh yeah, it is very unfair, but we're very lucky though now because, we're not born into serving classes anymore, and modern medicine, and we're not in the wild. Most of us would be dead already a few hundred years ago, wouldn't we? So we're really lucky. This is a lucky time for us. Not a potential to not be in soil, right? I love when you would have gotten dragged away by a bear, like 500, 2,000 years ago, or died by the plague. Well, it's less direct. Maybe it still exists, but it's quiet, And you can still live with lots of free time, even if you are a servant. It's not like before we had to wait hand and foot on your mistress or master. You don't do that anymore. You went into serving class. So, yeah, and you can still have a really fulfilling life even if you have a very simple job. You can still have lots of free time and time with your partner. You can travel at least once in a while, maybe, if you save. But it's just different. It's different. But anyway, I was thinking about that. There was there's another show I was watching too. This one is lighthearted, and there was this really cute, confessions, and I was wondering if it would be weird to show. I probably won't. It's embarrassing. Yeah, do you think that's a good idea, workplace relationships? I think it's kind of good if you're separate, 'cause then you have things to talk about when you come home. And it's good to have a break from each other too. What is the saying? Distance breeds affection or something? Something like that, I don't remember. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll show it. But maybe I'll watch a little bit of that after this. To feel better. But stream will probably make me feel better anyway. That's true. Oh no, you have a horror story. You've been burned before. Oh, it's unfortunate. Maybe it works for some people though. I think I'm probably not the type who likes to always be around your partner though. Yeah, that would be too much. I need to be alone sometimes. I think that might be true for a lot of introverts though, regardless. And, oh wait, last time I streamed was Sunday or Monday morning. And, since then I had an online interview on Monday. I see. That makes sense. I wonder if that would be the case for everyone. I think if you're with someone every second, I guess it would be easy to talk enough all the time and be like, yeah. Oh, I guess it depends on the couple then. But I at my last job there was actually a couple there too, but they weren't always working side by side because they have different roles. So, I guess it does depend. What did I see? It'd be cool if you were close enough to them that you could have lunch together or something, or go home together. But being in the same room all day is kind of too much. Yeah. So Monday I had an online interview for a receptionist position. Yeah. And I think it went pretty well. I used my laptop to do, because I had to have a camera. I haven't actually been using this computer at all. I only use it for stream. And I wasn't kidding when I said I wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't hold it for stream. I only use my laptop. But I will use it more, because it's super expensive, so I need to make use of it. But maybe it's just a matter of getting used to using a desktop computer. It's probably just a matter of time. Yeah, but it went pretty well. She said that I was one of her top choices. The only thing is that if someone comes in that has experience with this specific type, I can't say what business it is, but if they have that specific experience, she wouldn't have to train them, so it would probably be her first pick. I really appreciated that transparency. I think if she told me we would work well together, I'd rather be honest. And she had kids, and they were in the background of the video, and she pulled one onto her lap, and it's so cute baby. It was nice though. Kids make it easier. It's easier to be around kids than adults, I think, and animals than people. Cute. But yeah, for the person, yeah. Well, for her it would be easier, so, part of me, it would be good if she didn't have to train as much, but also I do want this job. But, I mean, there must be other people who have experience too, so I'm not holding my breath about it. I should know by the end of the week. Yeah, I should know by the end of the week, I hope. And then the other one I had was, who was it? Oh, I know. I plan to be there for a while. For like years. If she took me, I'd be there for like 2 years. Is my plan. And I would go to school and work. And I have to go to late classes after work. That's the plan. That's what we were talking about too. Because she knows I want to go back to school. Oh. Yeah. I have a kind of interest in what the business is about. I won't say. So that's why I specifically want this job. It's a really good opportunity. And it's not just plain receptionist stuff. It's well, I won't get too excited because it might not happen. It probably won't happen, but if it did, that would be cool. I think it would not get boring, and it would look good for what I'm interested in, yeah. And what else? Oh, and then on Tuesday I went to a server interview, and the bus ride was, well, the whole trip was 50 minutes to an hour, so kind of long, but not too bad. Overall, it was nice riding on the bus. I liked it. And there's a bus. Most of the buses around here are free and funded by the city, but there are some that you have to pay a small fare, and the small fare keeps away the weed smell. No, the only thing between weed smell and non-meat smell is a 250. But yeah, it was nice though. It was clean, and it didn't smell like drugs. So I like that. But I don't mind the ones that I feed too. It's good. It's just so much cheaper than an Uber. There's only on the buses. There's also a cap where you only pay like I don't know how many dollars, but not too many per day. So you can ride more than twice. The chocolate burning. I don't know, it just burns my nostrils a bit. Well, I keep talking about it, but it is everywhere here. It's okay, I'll get used to it. But I moved to the server interview. And to get there. Oh, no, not on me. That's just, I mean, on the bus. That would be some really, really intense stuff if I was still here. But I went to a server interview, and it was cutting it really close, to get there. It was like 3 minutes before the interview that the time of arrival was scheduled as, and I couldn't cross the road because there were too many cars. But there was one guy who was, really brave, or just didn't care, and he just crossed, and I followed him. So, phew, it worked out. Because I have to always run across the road, even if I have so much time. It's not because I'm worried I'm gonna get hit. I'm worried I'm gonna inconvenience people, even though they can't go because the light is red. What if they want to run it and I'm in the way? Well, well, I looked both ways. Neither of us were blind. Yeah, no. Yeah. I think he knew his way crossing the street. I was. And then, what else? Oh, there was a lady waiting to... Oh, the cool thing about this job is it has later hours. So, the interview is at 4:30, and that's also when it opens. So I could have my normal schedule with a job like that. No. No. I'll try to do a heroic push him out of the way kind of thing, and then we'll just both get hit. It just completely fail. So that's when it opens, and which is cool if I did get to work there, because then I could keep the stream schedule, and I could sleep during the day. It was really hard trying to fall asleep the last few days because I can't sleep at night. I just can't. Laying awake for hours is such a foreign concept. I was very lucky, but just because of my chronotype. If I had normal human hours, I would be sleep deprived every day. Every day forever. I have to either get used to it or find a job where I can be, I can sleep during the day. But that's the thing I did. That was the day that I went outside. And I was outside for a long time because the journey was like an hour. A little bit less. So, it was a while. And still I couldn't sleep. Hi, Dominator. It's not commitment. It's just what works. It's just what I've been doing for so long. Like in high school, I come home. I should come home at like 3:45, and then I pass out and I have to wake up at 4 a.m. or so and do my homework and then take the bus. That's how it went. I slept a lot. I slept many hours. I still sleep a lot, but not a normal 12 to 14. That's what it used to be. Now it's like 10. Yeah, I remember to try to get myself, you know, energized to take the bus. I used to listen to Tatsuyamashita, Yamashita, I don't know how to pronounce it. Albums in the morning before going. It was fun. And I had a lot of. I usually had a decent amount of homework, so the like 4 or 5 hours I had wasn't enough. So I had to do it on the bus, and I had to do it before class, and I had to do it during lunch. But I slept. I did sleep. I did. That was non-negotiable. And when I went there was a lady waiting to get in right when it opened, and she was just gonna eat by herself, and I respect that. I can't eat at restaurants like this by myself, because I feel too out of place, but I did respect it. And she was sweet. She opened the outside door for me, and there was another door inside, so I opened it for me. We could go to the door. She was sweet. But anyway, I did the interview, and I'm not kidding. I timed it. It was 8 minutes. 8 minutes long. It was supposed to be 30 minutes. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, and it's being 8 minutes. And I commuted an hour to get there. And also, I really sold myself short on my experience too. I didn't mention all the stuff I did, so I got too nervous. I kind of blinked out there. I sent a follow-up message yesterday. Yeah. Yesterday, I sent a follow-up message, and kind of explained my qualifications a little bit more. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. This post-interview answering questions, but I did anyway because what I have to do is right. And also said thank you for your time. You're supposed to do that if you like a job to remind them, but I feel bad doing that because then maybe they'll feel bad for rejecting me if I seem too eager. I'd rather they not feel bad about it. Yeah, I don't know. I figure it's probably better to tell them what I forgot to say because I don't think I properly communicated. But it's alright, it was experience. And it is a cool place though, I have to say. It's gonna be a really, really busy place though. There are so many seats. I can't, it's too specific, the kind of restaurant, so I can't say. Well, I can at least say it's, sushi. Yeah. Sushi. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool place, and, fancy looking. And as I was leaving, my shoe got caught on the side of the wall, and I almost tripped. Very good. Very cool. And then I had to take a bus home, so I couldn't cross because it was too busy, so I had to go a long way around and cross at the light. And there were so many cars, so it was very awkward running across. And then all the cars waiting, seeing on the sidewalk, but probably didn't know this, right? Doesn't matter. And so I waited. I had like 20 minutes to kill, so I just sat against a tree by the side of the road and ate trail mix. And the time that it showed for the bus to arrive was inaccurate because it showed the delayed time and it wasn't delayed, so I was sitting there enjoying my trail mix. I saw my bus go by, so thought I'm thinking, oh no, that's not it, right? And it was. But I know now not to trust the time on those. Not to trust the delays. I won't trust it again. And I got lucky because there was another one in like 15 minutes. I didn't have to wait too long, like the ones with hours between them. An hour between them. It was almonds, peanuts, and cranberries. I usually don't like dry cranberries, but I like them in this one. It's good in this trail mix. I'm thinking about throwing away the rabbits. The gummy rabbits. Because, yeah, it's a small trail mix. Very small. Maybe I'll throw them away. This is so unhealthy to have gummies here. But then bought them. I don't know. Yeah, I was about to get up to wait there too. What a shame. Next time I'll remember. Okay. That's better than wasting them. Although I'm contributing to your bad health. And let's see, anything else notable happened? There was a guy on that bus. I had a transfer buses and we kept going to the same place. So we were waiting for the same one, got on the same bus, got off at the same station, got onto the same bus, and luckily we split like 2 stations apart, which is good. Because I thought it would look like I was following him or something. Because I always went first. That worked out, I guess. It'd be very weird if we got off at the same apartment complex. What would the odds be? Yeah. Well, maybe you wouldn't think that. Probably not. I don't know. But even to get off, you, you put the bus wire to stop and you always did that. No, you always did that first. I was thinking, did you think I'm following him? And I had people on the bus talking about doing surgery, which was cool. And the cerebellum. I think they were vets. And the lady behind me, it sounded, in my mind, the image I had of her was like a brunette 27-year-old post-grad student. But then I was curious what she looked like, so I looked back and she was like, she had grey hair and maybe it was 60 something, 50, 60. And her voice was very young. That happens sometimes, but yeah, that was interesting. Really goes against my mental image. And oh yeah, and I took the bus I took wasn't the optimal. Do they? Maybe they do. I don't know. I guess my mom's voice hasn't changed too much. It's kind of hard to tell if you hear it all the time though. Maybe so. I'm not around enough people, so maybe I just don't know that common effect. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I took a non-optimal route, but it's another way to get there, it's just a longer walk. And yeah, so now I have another bus I can take, which is good. In case I have that problem, I'm waiting an hour again, and the right one isn't showing up. Culture shock. Alaskan culture, you mean? You mean Native Alaskan? Diversity, yeah. Mm, so, I was thinking of this earlier about like, what parts of this culture, what do I like and not like, and I was thinking this because my brother mentioned wanting to go to Japan because everyone says it's so great, and that's actually worth actually meets the hype kind of thing. So I was wondering about it made me wonder about our own place and what's good and what's bad, and I was gonna write it out because I'm curious, but I won't write it out, I'll just talk about it. Okay. I like that people are kind of outgoing. I really like that. More so than I think most other places. Maybe, which sounds weird because I'm not outgoing. But if everyone was quiet all the time, I think I would feel like there's a rock in my stomach. It puts me at ease if people are talking loudly and nothing really. I really like it. There are definitely countries with more outgoingness for us, and ones that are less formal too, even less formal. I don't really like formality that much. We're all humans, so I figure, let's just talk to each other like humans. I don't really like titles or people, especially when they like assert that they should be treated with different titles, unless it makes a lot of sense, like calling Mr. and Mrs. for teachers and stuff. I just mean like a job where it's unnecessary and feels power trippy, you know? I just don't like formality that much. Yeah. I guess here it really depends on the person too. But, like even that lady. And when I was waiting by the bus, someone said hi to me too. And I waved. And I remember even during high school when I didn't talk at all when I was walking to the bus in the morning, there was always this neighbor who got up early, this older guy, and he always said hi when he passed me, but I didn't speak at the time, so I just gave like the tiniest wave, but he never stopped saying hi. I liked his determination. Anyway, and then let's see. So I like that, and what else? I guess I kind of like the individualisticness. Yes. I was pretty nearly mute for like 3 years, something like that. Yeah, I thought streaming made me talk again. Well, I'm preparing for streaming too. I did practice streams and stuff. So yeah. Let's see. I'm kind of getting better at small talk because of it as well. Like during the interviews, I had things to say, while they were talking. It's so rare for me to actually have more things to say than I can say. And before it would just be nothing in my head, nothing to contribute. It's empty. Yeah, no idea what to do socially, but yeah, I have a better idea of how to contribute. I didn't even get to say what I wanted to say because they were talking so much. Which is good, but I couldn't. There were some things that maybe would have helped if I said them, but I couldn't interject. Yeah. And I like the individualisticness. Sometimes, it's good because it promotes creativity. It's bad because in the wrong people it breeds arrogance. But no, I'll never talk about each other people. And I'll never talk about, yeah. I was gonna say I'll never talk about other people too, but I do all the time. But no, I don't tell anybody. But ultra secret. Like a superhero, except no powers. And no vigilantism. Let's see. But then in the wrong people it breeds arrogance, you know? But in the right people it just allows a lot of creativity, so I really like that. Well, I like it, but it has its downfall, which is that it can make people inconsiderate if they get the wrong messaging about you as an individual are important. But you are important, but that doesn't mean that you should be rude to people, you know? Things like that. It's just, it's good and it's bad. But I think it's mostly good, so I like that. And, I kind of like talkative. And yeah, that's good. I like listening to people. I still do, but that was a pastime. Just listening. It was very fun. And let me think what else. Oh, I kind of like. Oh, in high school, I see. Oh, in middle school, I was more outgoing, definitely. Definitely, yeah. Well, I was still shy, but around my friends, I was pretty outgoing. That doesn't count, does it? That's not outgoing. I was talkative, not outgoing, but yeah, talkative. Mm, and I like, I kind of like the leniency of middle school and high school. I guess it depends on your parents, and it depends on if you go to a private middle school or yeah. I had my first friend group in middle school. It was fun. I was actually kind of the comedian of our little group. A middle school comedy, I don't know. Comedian is a little. I don't want to know what kind of jokes I told, but yes. I also I really liked hamsters. I mentioned this before. I liked hamsters so much. So I knew a bunch about hamsters in middle school. I had hamsters too, and I went to a middle school party. My friend's birthday parties, and we all slept over together, packed in like sardines in this. I think it was in the garage. It was. It was wasn't but no, it was AC, whatever it was, but at least by the garage or in the garage. They couldn't fall asleep, so they asked me to tell them hamster facts. I had to tell them, or just to talk to them to make them fall asleep. It's a good thing. It is good, it is bad, but I was just happy to be useful, so. I think I just ended up choosing hamster facts. No, I really don't remember very much. I know some things, like some do's and don'ts of taking care of them. Like, you shouldn't use the cages with the mesh, the wire mesh, because their feet can get caught in it. You should use the ones that are the plastic all the way around. Ones in 2-inch deep bedding, and change it like once a week, and things like that. And don't touch babies after they're born. Leave them for at least 2 weeks. Well, we had. I still feel really bad. I did so much research on hamsters, and yet I really. I was gonna say, oh no, okay throughout all these years. No, I realize you're kidding. Is, is it this because I talked a lot, or it's probably because, now that I think about it, it might be because I was nocturnal then too, so maybe I was like talking or putting on a puppet show or something. And nobody could fall asleep, so they just asked me to talk about something boring, maybe, I don't know. But I wasn't keeping people up, I wouldn't do that. But I definitely wasn't sleeping. Maybe that's why. Maybe they know I'm nocturnal. And we went on a school trip too, and my teacher, we slept over. My teacher got really concerned because I couldn't wake up. I didn't wake up. I never woke up to eat breakfast, and she had a serious talk with me about not eating and sleeping too much. It's not night though, it was like 8 a.m. The weirdest thing is that everybody else woke up. That's the weird thing. But I didn't go to bed until like 3. I was playing on my DS. Really? Yeah, that's true. But it was super serious just for not waking up and not eating breakfast. Don't you know lots of people don't eat breakfast? Maybe it's different for kids, I don't know. It's amazing, like I committed a grave sin by sleeping through breakfast. Multiple days. Every day. That's weird. It's just been that funny. I don't have any, but I definitely had no breakfast in high school. I don't think I did either. Oh wait, actually our high school has complimentary breakfast, so sometimes I go to get a carton of milk and those baby cereals, baby cereal packs. They're good. They're really good. And for some reason, they give you string cheese. But why do I need milk and string cheese? I mean, not overdoing it with the dairy here. Big Dairy has infested the schools. Oh, we didn't get 4. We got 1. 1 pack. We got out of 1 pack. That's it. Or Pop-Tarts. And oh, adding to things I don't like. This kind of food for breakfast. They're yummy as desserts, but I don't think that they should be breakfast for students. I don't like our breakfast foods. I like, well, I do like the eggs and little potato wedges, essentially the french fries, and most of the vegetables and stuff like that is good, but just if you look at the breakfast of other countries, they're so much healthier and so much more variety. And they're like a regular meal, which I think makes sense. You know, why are pancakes breakfast food? They're clearly a dessert. It's cake. It's cake. It's cake without its wedding dress. Oh, how many did you down in one morning then? Anyway, I guess that's one thing I don't like. Well, in general, I don't like how processed our food is. Because, the companies don't want to stop because putting sugar in it is addictive and it makes people buy more. And people don't want to stop because they're addicted, so what's the solution? You have to, tear it out of the public's hand, but then what about freedom of choice? You know? So, I guess you just have to spread awareness on what's healthy and the dangers, I guess, of eating poorly your whole life, and hope that people change enough that these companies become less profitable. It's fair to have stuff that's unhealthy, and the regulation around, where you can put in food for public safety, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm starting to become a health nut like my father, and it's scaring me. Like I'm close to the border. I can feel it. I feel it when I see a cookie and think never. But then I eat it anyway, so I'm not lost yet. mm. I hated that my dad was a health nut when I was little, but now I really do understand. Because just changing what you eat, your whole complexion changes, your energy, cancer risk, weight, everything. So mood, it's crazy. The whole your belly is your stomach is your second brain. There's still so much we don't know about our stomach microbiome. It's crazy. Yes, I know. I looked into that too, and I figured, what is even the point of trying to avoid this? It's everywhere. And apparently there was a report that rainwater is no longer drinkable. That's how bad it's gotten. Like anywhere, it's not drinkable anywhere. I don't know how it's fixable. Can it be fixed like the ozone layer? I don't know. Yeah, I was drinking out of plastic bottles a bunch, and I was gonna ask my family too when they were here. They asked if they could get medicine, so I asked for more plastic water bottles and to drink out of regularly, I told them. And then they reminded me about microplastics. I completely forgotten. So I'm just gonna use my glass now. 70 in my plastic sideboard. I think that's a good thing, good outcome. I am pollutants. Yeah. It is a shame. Oh, there's nothing really that the average person can do, is there? Because it's not in the hands of the average person, it's in the hands of billion-dollar corporations to cut back. I mean, you can, use your bicycle and recycle, but it's like, what, a drop in the ocean. They have to be the ones, and they don't care enough about the planet. They care about, money. So, what can you even do? You just have to get used to chilling around the plastic and say goodbye to the turtles. I don't know. It's like... Ew. Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on the place, because there are definitely local farms that are careful about what they feed. You know what's a really big problem though? Antibiotics. Giving antibiotics to farm animals, because it builds resistance in the farm animals, and we consume it and it builds resistance in us. These antibodies. Antibiotics. Not the antibiotics, the things that they try to combat. The actual... What do you call them? Diseases? And not viruses. Just the word... I guess diseases. But antibiotics don't work on viruses. They're not alive. What is it called? Bacteria? Bacterial infections? Stuff like that. It's a really big problem, and overprescription. Overprescription too. We need to... That's like one thing we really need to be careful about. We're always in an arms race with the invisible creatures that surround us. We can't be giving them the leg up like this. We need to have this sparingly, use it sparingly, so that we don't build a resistance within the population, and then when people have terrible bacterial infections, we're not able to treat anymore, because we gave it to so many pigs and cows. That's so terrible. Mm. Yeah, the individuals too. But one thing I regret is I once took antibiotics without needing them because I didn't want to go to the doctor, and I think it was Bacteri pylori, something pylori, some kind of thing that can cause, I think, stomach ulcers, and I had the symptoms of that. I ended up having like, serious gastritis. It was different, but the point is, I shouldn't have taken them. I shouldn't have guessed and taken them. Well, my mom helped me guess. She's in medicine, so it was close guess in a way. The symptoms are similar, but it's really stupid to take them without knowing for sure. I will never do that again. Never, never, never. Mm, oh, you thought it was for medicines. You're actually correct. But I think. Oh, hi, God. I think that I saw your message and then I forgot to talk. It's funny. Thank you for reminding me. So that was really awful though because I hadn't before that I hadn't thrown up since I was like 7, and I threw up on the 5th day. It was really terrible. I was so dizzy. I felt it's like almost the worst I felt in my life. Taking those, they were really strong. And then chronic, I got chronic thrush from it too, because I killed off the good bacteria. I messed with my balance. It was really bad. I I had medicine. I paid for it for a year. I think it's back to normal now. I haven't had thrush since I took antifungal medicine. Yeah, it's like it can go anywhere, but it was in my throat. It's like it's an overgrowth of these white spots, it's fungus. It happens in babies a lot at our breastfeeding. I know this because I looked into it deeply when I had it, but it can be in different places, and it burned like crazy. I was in so much pain. If you, if you do have burning in your throat and you can't look down with a flashlight, mm, if you have a red apple cider vinegar, just if you gargle it, it will make the burning like 50% better at least. It's the improvement is really wild. And it made it from when I was I couldn't do anything. I was so in pain. I was just ucking around, pacing, wanting to go away to being able to go to sleep finally. So apple cider vinegar for the win. Even though I can't stand the taste of it. I did not hesitate if it would take it away. But how's your pain tolerance, by the way? I think mine is okay. I think it's okay. Yeah. Well, you had chicken pox. Do you have I think there are ways that you can be. Are there ways that you can watch out to not get shingles? Because if you other preventative measures you can take, because it can get kind of serious, and you can only get shingles if you have chicken pox, right? Did you not get the vaccine, or was it just maybe it was just you bypassed it? It's not like the flu, right? Are the different strains? I don't know enough about the origin of chickenpox. Very high? I see. Oh, the herd immunity wasn't enough, huh? I I was gonna say that you live in a state that has lower herd immunity, and I think you might, but I won't say. Mm, mm, that's terrible. all those things go away though. I can't recall how much I heard. I know I heard so much certain things, but then I just can't remember. There's no memory of it. All I know, all I have is the memory of the memory, the ideas I had about the pain at that time. You know, I can't hold on to it. And I keep clicking my pen. Why? I don't know. Am I at a job interview? Why am I nervous? I don't know. Oh, and more about jobs. I don't. Do I have memory loss? I don't have clear memories until like 6. I don't have any memories till like 6, and then I don't have a consistent memory train until like 12. So, as in, like, I know what came next. It's probably at 12, so. I read also that extreme social isolation, it reduces your gray matter. Is that it? Way to gray matter in your brain, like it causes irreversible brain damage. So, that's a shame for me, I guess. What can I do? I mean, you have elasticity, so you can. That's why it's important, even if you don't talk, to be around strangers. But I wasn't agoraphobe for a year, so it's a bit too late. Oh. I think I was always a bit jealous of people who lived in lots of different states. I stayed in the same one until now. Extreme social isolation. Yeah, there's studies on it. I don't know what you would call it, but I think it's reducing gray matter. And I think there's something about it putting you at greater risk for Alzheimer's. The point is, it's good to be around people. It is. I know that. So even if I don't like to talk, just to be around humans is good. It's good, but I think it's also about interaction, but just to be around them. Oh, I know they do that in Korea. They have, like, that's the big form of punishment, is you don't talk to anyone and there's no stimulation. It's more brutal than here, I think. Because here you can still read and go out and play prison basketball or something. Why do they call it prison basketball? Basketball, I don't know. Maybe there are prison rules, I don't know. Maybe. If you miss a free throw, you get shanked or something. It's really spreading misinformation here. Stereotypes. Literally, every 3 years. Oh. That's interesting. I think luckily here there's not too big of a culture difference, because otherwise I'd start to feel like an outsider. But it's not that different, and the accents aren't that different, so I don't think people can tell too much. I think it has to be like extended isolation. I hope not for you, but I don't know. What do I know? I won't get a scan to confirm it. Fucking pipe. Well, that's the thing though, is that it's apparently not reversible if it's extreme. I was thinking, before I went to live in the woods by myself, I'm not sure what I would do for money in the woods, but maybe have a own farm. I want to live in a cabin in the woods, but I think my brain would start melting. You know what I do wonder about that study though? There are so many variables. I do wonder if you see people through the screen, if you see people through YouTube videos or through shows, does your brain does your monkey brain think that you're around humans, and does it prevent some of the loss? Because if so, then it wouldn't be too bad for me. Well, no, I don't mean I would live in the woods like a tent. I mean like a cabin in the woods. Yeah, but I had screens on almost all the time, so if it even does simulate it to some degree, the damage isn't too bad. Yes, usually. Unless we're squatting. And they're gonna come home with a musket. And then I'm gonna be head on the wall next to it, yeah. Yeah, but you can't tell through conversation like this. It could be things like my poor memory, like poor long-term memory. Although saying that just reinforces that I have it, whereas truthfully it might not be as bad as I think, and I'm just thinking that it's worse, and it's making it worse because of the placebo effect. It's always possible. Anyway, but it is much worse than my brother's, but my brother has really good memory, like you. So, it's different. But it could also be like how you process information, or how much, stimuli you can take, or things like that. It's not necessarily gonna come out through a normal conversation. I really need water. Okay. I'm actually drinking from a huge plastic jug. I get to drink out of these lovely little. I would have had to pour it, but not today. Is the woods. Coast. What coast in the world? Oh, I have no idea. This is just the first result. If you know the sand types, you could probably tell, because in the north it's rocky beaches, right? So this is probably somewhere in the south. I'm gonna guess Georgia. Georgia. Oh no, there are rocks. There are big rocks too. I'm gonna guess further up than Virginia. That's my guess. There's an ocean there, right? Maryland? Oh, true, I'm thinking of the confines of the... No, I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess everything with emotion will be more memorable. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait, more stuff. The pizza job, because I have enough availability and some work experience and they're just desperate, they said I could start working there. I really do not want to work at a pizza place, but on the plus side, if I don't get any of these jobs, I have something. And I have deals on pizza, so it's not so bad. Only issue is I would have to work very late. And that's fine, of course, for, my sleep schedule, but it's not that safe to come home at like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. It's not super safe, but it's really, yeah, it's my backup. Just in case, I should know if I get all of the jobs by the end of this week, except maybe the one I'm interviewing for, tomorrow and Friday. And I have 2 more interviews. Tomorrow is for cashier again, and Friday is another receptionist thing, and it's a phone interview. So that's That one will be better. It's not the best having to go outside for like a 10-minute interview and it takes 3 hours the whole trip, so mm. different receptionist. Well, research is not gonna save me, because even in the most, peaceful of places, there's gonna be somebody. It's, even if it does have a low climate, which is, I already know it's not super low, it doesn't matter. So I have the first way. And, I don't know. Also, the buses, I think, are run pretty late on the weekends, on the weekdays. So I could take those and maybe that would be safer. Am I? I don't think. Sorry, I don't think there's a climb yet. I don't think so. I haven't seen it yet. Oh wait, maybe there is one, but it's far away from this place. So that's good. A bit of a date. Recognition. Remembrance. Recollection. That's it. I will read the story, I promise. I'm just too sleepy today. I would read it. I do want to read it. I just didn't think I could finish it today, so I haven't. You will though. At some point. I swear. I think it will take like an hour and 45 minutes. And that's without outside chatter. Oh well. I'll put on the day that I do it, I'll put it on the schedule over to me. Yeah. It'll be soon. So, interview tomorrow, right, cashier, and then one on Friday. I should know for the first 2 jobs by the end of the week, and then for these 2, I guess I'll know next week. Okay. Good luck. So, but I told them, I asked if I could wait until Monday to decide, and they said, okay. So, I guess I'd have to call these places and ask if they think, if I didn't get the other jobs, if they think that they will go forward with me before I accept it. But it's a night gig, so maybe I'll just accept it regardless. I was thinking too, if I did get both jobs, like the server one and the receptionist one, the chances are so slim, but brain decides to dream anyway. They fit together perfectly to have a super busy schedule, because they're like 5 minutes apart from each other, and one job ends at 4 and this one starts at 4:30, so you could just finish your shift, have a quick break, walk to your new job, your other job, and then have another shift. And it would really keep me busy. So I thought, that would be interesting. But yeah. I would only end up getting 1 day off a week again, but it would be cool. It would be. But I'm lucky if I even get one of these, especially with that terrible, that 8-minute interview. And the interview time for the first one, we actually fully filled, so it just depends on if someone more qualified comes along. If they do, then I'm toast. Otherwise, there's a chance. So, we'll see. I want to. At least I have something next week. Starting next week, no matter what, I will at least be able to eat pizza. Well, that's the good thing. Yeah. I'm just starting my work history, and then while I have that late job, I'll just keep looking for other stuff. And yeah, I can't choose to be too picky right now, because I need to build up my work history. I do. And then, I haven't had pizza in so long. if I was gonna have an in-person interview there, which I'm not because they fast-tracked it, I would have probably bought a pizza on my way out. And you would think, wow, this girl is dedicated to pizza. She couldn't even let me interview. Couldn't stop herself. It would look good. But I just haven't had pizza in so long. I could always be brazen and ask, if you can make a snap decision so I can get a discount. Something like that. But no, I don't have the courage. No. What number is it? It is currently... Oh no. I have to leave in like 4 hours. 5 hours. 6, 5 hours. I haven't slept. Yeah, the mushroom, onion, spinach, tomato combination is gonna blow their socks off. Yeah. I've never seen this before. Well, honestly, it doesn't matter too much at this point because if anything, it will make me less nervous being sleep deprived. But I really should try to sleep a little because I'm gonna end up saying my words like this and talking gibberish. So. I think everyone does. It just has the added benefit of slight drunkenness, like a sleep drunkenness effect. And it makes you more confident. The performance may vary, but for me it would be good. I think I'd be able to talk more freely. Yeah, sleep deprivation is also a form of torture. Anyway, I think I'll sleep now. Well, it's just that they've accustomed, oh no, I'm falling apart of the seams here. They've accustomed themselves to it, because you have to be awake for a very long time. It's like doctors used to have to do like 48-hour shifts or 72. It's just you get accustomed to it, but it doesn't mean that it's healthy or optimal. But you're capable of doing crazy things. I do wonder how that affects your overall health and longevity. I don't know. True. The diet would help. Okay, I try. I try to sleep now. I try. Nutritional support. I don't want to shower. I don't want to get up and shower. I just showered, so it's fine. I'm just gonna skip it tomorrow. They won't notice. So like I look like a trash monster or something. I just can't. I can't get up. I really don't like morning showers, so. Good night. I guess that's how it goes. It's already Thursday. Yeah, that's how you. Bye. We will read, I swear. I swear.